Hello students, welcome back to my channel Mathematics Applied. Once again I welcome you all to the second part of application of integrals followed by part 1. So in part 1 we had seen the last one, that is we had seen the equations for parallel to axis, the straight lines inclined to axis, and the equations of the conic sections, different conic sections, circle, parabola, ellipse. Now we are going to process these mathematical forms in this case, in this second part of this. So, what is that processing? I will tell you what the processing is like. You have to convert these forms into, this form, that is y equals fx and x equals g of y. That is, you have to convert this y in terms of, show this y in terms of x and x in terms of y. This is what is our ultimate goal. So that is what I mean when I say processing of mathematical forms. This has mathematical forms. Every object has mathematical forms. So let's go quickly across. Now this parallel to axis has parallel to x axis. We have an equation y equals a. Parallel to y axis we have x equals a. Now this is already in this format, you can see, so no processing is required. This is our final product of part 2, right? This is our final product. This is what we are going to carry to our next part of this section. Then inclined to axis. Inclined to axis are, all the equations are of this form. Straight line equation is of this form. So ax plus by plus c equals 0. If you have to convert this into this form, then what you do is you just carry this part to the right side. So we have by equals minus ax minus c. So which is y equals minus a by b x minus c by d. This is again my final product for this particular mathematical form, which I carry to part 3. Okay, so this is my final product of this. This you must be able to create out of the equations that are given to you. Okay, this is one form. Then my next one is, if I convert this into x, I will write directly x equals minus b by a y minus c by a. This is x equals, you see, x in terms of y. So this is done for this, and for this one y equals fx. This is the processed mathematical form. Okay, so that's it. Then for circle, only one circle we have seen, and that is x square plus y square equals a square. Now if you have to have this form, then what you do is you carry this x square on the other side. So you have y square equals a square minus x square. So you have y equals plus or minus root over a square minus x square. So out of this you are going to process only the positive. So ultimately your y is going to be this. So this is my final equation that I am going to carry. So what it means. This curve represents a straight line which is parallel to x axis. This curve represents a line which is parallel to y axis. This curve, not only this curve, because you have just processed this into this form, this is one form. This curve also represents the same line, right? So that's why this we have processed and kept it like this. So this is also the same line, don't forget that. This is also the same line, right? This is also the same line. This line is this line. Only thing, we have just converted it into some convenient form which we are going to use in part 3, where we are going to apply the integrals, right? So this is our final product in this case. And then x equals, similarly, x equals root over a square minus y square. This is again our final product for circles. Okay, so that is one. Then we come to the parabola. Now in parabola, usually in all the problems, the parabola is either this side or this side. If you see in your NCERT book, all the parabola is either the upper side or this side. So this, what is the equation for this? This is x square minus x square equals 4ay, and for this one it is y square equal to 4ax. So these are the only two equations for parabola that is going to be given to you in the problems. Okay, the negative part is not there. So therefore, you can just process only that equations. So if you process this into this form, then what do you get? Y equals plus or minus 2 root over ax, out of which you will carry only the positive. So this is your processed curve. This is the same curve that this curve represents. Only thing, we have to write it in the convenient form. Similarly, x equals, you will get x equals y square by 4a. This is the second form that we require, right? This is for this parabola. Now if the parabola changes, I have a parabola to the facing to the upper side, that is x square equals 4ay. Now what is the equation? Y will be equal to x square by 4a. This is my first processed information. Then x equals 2 root over ay, right? That is my second processed information. Now this is the processed. So we have got 4 here, we got 4 for parabola, we got 2 for circle, and here we have got 2 and we have got 2 here. Then for ellipse, next one, for ellipse, the forms are for the ellipse, we have got 2 ellipses, that is, one is x square by a square plus y square by b square equals 1. So what is the equation? If you try to solve this, you get this y square by b square equals 1 minus x square by a square, which is equal to a square minus x square by a square, right? You take this b square on the other side, so you have y square equal to b square by a square into a square minus x square. This is what we have. So finally, when you process this, you have y equals b by a root over, I am ignoring the negative sign, so we have this. So this is the processed form for the same curve that this curve represents. Okay, y equals b by a root over x a square minus x square. Next one is the same curve but in the form of x. Okay, for x, so that is going to be x equals, now it is going to be x square by a square, the y square goes that side, so here there will be y, and y square by b square it will be, so here there will be b, and here a, and here b. So it is going to be a by b root over b square minus x square. So this is my processed information for x in the form of y. Okay, that is the two forms which are related to the first type of equation. For the second type of equation, again similarly for the second type of equation, what is the second type? X square by x square by b square plus y square by a square equals 1. So when you process this, you get y equals that is a by b root over b square minus x square. This is one form. then x will be equal to b by a root over a square minus y square. So these are the two important processed informations that we have for ellipse. So for ellipse we have 4. Again for other forms also we have seen. So these are the final things that we will carry to the next part. Thank you very much. I meet you in part 3.